Hip-hop since 1987.com.
I'm saying, I know personally from putting together projects, you might have had a moment where somebody might have sent you something and you're like, you got to make that call and be like, hey, you got to do this again, you know what I'm saying? So did you run into any obstacles creating it?
For the most part, I really did, man. I feel like every person I put on the album, as soon as I called them or asked them for that, they stop what they doing and say, Jose, let me take care of this for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's because the way I treat artists and the way I do for them, any one of these artists can call me at 4 o'clock in the morning and ask me to do something. I'm gonna get out of my bed and do it.
We've seen it.
Yeah, so when it come time for me to ask them for something, they can't wait to do it. So it was like a very, very smooth process.
Okay, and then let's talk about the playlist and some of the features. The playlist is very heavy.
Yeah.
Just let some of the people know some exclusive info as far as some of the features that's on there.
Okay, the features I got on here, let me think now. I know I'm gonna leave some of them out. I got Future, I got Gucci, I got 21 Savage, I got Young Dolph, I got Yo Gotti, I got T.I., got Rick Ross, I got Pusha T, I got Trey Songz.
You could have just said everybody.
Yeah, it's like, the list goes on and on. Let me see, Trey Songz, we got Plies, we got Trouble, we got Jeremiah, Ty Dolla $ign, OJ the Juice Man, Young Lil Uzi, Young Scooter, Migos. Everybody, man. There's so many. Lil Pump.
Okay.
Yeah, we got all them.
So is there anybody that like almost made the album with a cut, but you couldn't get the record done in time?
Travis Scott. He was actually on the song, but we couldn't get everything cleared in time enough. So it's like, I had to take the verse off, but that's the one that didn't make the cut.
Okay, absolutely. Now, one interesting thing about Zaytoven that we still know is you still make it to church almost every Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And play for the church.
Yep. Give it up.
Is that part of just what keeps you close to faith or keeps you grounded?
That's what gives me balance. Like, that's my upbringing. That's what I believe in. That's what I really do before anything else I do. Right. I feel like the reason that I done made it to be as successful as I am in music right now is because, my diligence when it comes to doing things for God and putting that first before everything else. So, and I feel like that's the reason why I'm, where I'm at today.
So with somebody that's, promoting positivity and that's a God-fearing person, do you ever run into instances where maybe somebody might record something on your track and you might have to hit them like, nah, you can't, like, do you ever run into instances where your faith kind of conflicts with the message in the music?
Not for real. I mean, a lot of these guys that, and I deal with the worst of the worst, you know what I mean? But all these guys have a different story than I have.
Right.
And they, a lot of these guys' backgrounds are different than mine. So, of course, what they going to say on the track, and some of the stuff is going to be like, something I definitely wouldn't say.
Right.
But it's, it's still, music is still an art form. It's somebody painting a picture. And it could be something that they done dealt with or going through or things of that nature. So
right.
I can't come in and say, you can't tell your story the way you want to tell your story.
Right.
So,
Okay, that's what it is.
That's the way I look at it.
Now, I ask this every time I interview you because everybody just wants to know. What's up with the Jay-Z track?
Jay-Z.
What's up with the Jay-Z Zaytoven track?
I wish I knew. It's something that we didn't did, and we.
But just to clarify, it exists. Like you heard it, you were there. Completely exists.
If you look at the picture, I'm in the man's house. So,
right. Okay.
That should be enough. It definitely exists. And this music stuff you really can't say on when somebody's gonna put something out or what their plans is for it. I was just blessed and happy to be in the predicament of I'm doing music with a period.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So that was enough for me. So I'm waiting just like everybody else waiting.
Okay.
With my tongue out.
No doubt. Now the Trapholizay tour is going along with the Trapholizay album. Tell everybody about the tour, some of the cities you've been to, some of the highs and highlights of the whole tour.
Well, I just did my first time ever doing a tour. Like, I never in my life thought I'd be doing nothing like this. You know what I mean? Even when somebody brought it to me, like, say you need to start DJing. I'm like, I'm not no DJ, I'm a producer. You know what I mean? So, and then I didn't really take it serious until they said, well, they want to pay you, you know, $20,000 to do it.
Now I'm
I said, well, hold on, wait a minute. I said, well, let me learn how to DJ. I learned how to DJ like 2 days.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And I ain't that good, you know what I mean? I'm good enough to where when I go, you know, when I go DJ, people are they just so crazy about who I am and what I've done, and they just going crazy. I've been times where I pushed the wrong button and cut the song off in the middle of the song.
Yeah.
And they still like, yeah.
Zaytoven is the best.
So it's like, you know, it gave me confidence. So I'm like, oh yeah, I do a tour with this.
Yeah.
So it's like I done been all over the world, man. And it seems like when I go overseas, I can go to Canada, Paris, and stuff like that. They lose their mind that I'm right there. Like I was just in Vancouver. I came to start my set. Just me setting my computer up. They were just screaming my name so much and so loud I couldn't even play the music. We had to do that for 10 minutes. Just let them, you know what I mean?
How does that feel, bro?
Because
as a producer, you're usually locked into the studio. You don't always get to interact and, you know what I mean, see the crowds in the world. So how does that feel?
It gives me confidence in a whole nother way. You know what I mean? So it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to do, you know, better than what I've done. It makes me want to be bigger than what I am. So it definitely gives me confidence.
Now, to flip to a more comical side, you cut hair.
Yes, sir.
Right? Have you ever cut that head where it's like, no shade to LeBron or nothing, but they should just let it go, but they want you to save them and you can't save the hairline? Like, has that ever happened?
Man, listen, that's been so much. That's been so.
It happens a lot.
What? And it's like, bro,
so
why?
you just
why
cut
you
it, or do you tell them?
No, I line it up, but you know, I asked him about 3-4 times, like, bro, you want me line that right there? Just so you know, like, bro, you know, you really need to
want some more dye?
Yeah, you really need to cut it off. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Right.
Without saying it, like, bro, you really want me to do that?
Right.
So yeah, I run
the
that a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Zaytoven. We also got one of our own from Hood Rich Radio here. Moran, shouts to him, he's an aspiring producer. He had a couple questions for you too, man. What you got for Zaytoven today, Moran?
Yeah, man. So taking a couple steps back, you said that, you know, this is your first time ever releasing a full body of work on an album. So why did it take you so long?
Didn't nobody want to sign me before now. So.
Really?
So yeah, you know what's the great thing about me moving? I felt like I was moving in this game real slow. Like I had my first big song in 2004, So Icy. Here it is, 2018. I just did the deal, but like the end of last year, so you might well say this year. So that means I've been slowly growing this whole time to now somebody like, hey man, we want to do a record deal with you as an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just gave me it just made me feel like I've just been growing slowly this whole time, which I enjoy because it gives me longevity. It means I can be here for that, you know, for a long time.
Right.
All the producers that I'm almost battling with now, they weren't even producing. They was saying, Zay, we used to watch you make beats.
Someone might not have been born.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Almost, yeah.
When I run into them, they're like, man, I was in middle school, boy. I used to just listen to you.
Right.
These are some of the hottest producers in the world right now. And they used to, you know, listen to me when they was in middle school.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just lets me know that I can stretch this game out for so long.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I was excited. They said they want to do the record deal with me. I couldn't wait to do it. So that's why I say I feel like it's a rebirth. It's like me starting all over again, like a new artist that just got a brand new record deal.
Word. Yep. Like, out of everything that you've produced, do you have anything that you feel like you'll never surpass?
I never surpass.
Like
Not really.
Not really?
Because I feel like, man, what's so crazy is out of all the success I've had so far, I still feel like it hasn't been my best. You know what I mean? You know how you like the song that the beat that they use is like, man, that was alright, but man, I could do, you know, I can make something way harder than that.
Right,
you know what I mean? So I feel like I haven't even showed my best yet.
So what's the motivation at this point?
Because
you wake up almost every morning to make beats. We
Yep.
see that on IG.
Yep.
You wake up and cook up literally.
Yep, yep. My motivation is I'm still hungry. I'm still competitive. You know what I mean? I still feel like I ain't going out like that. If somebody else is doing good, you know, or they going hard, it makes me, I feel weak if I'm not in that same conversation or if I'm not doing almost just what they doing. So, you know what I mean? So when new producers come in, when new artists come in and get hot and be big, that's my motivation to make me be like, man, I gotta go hard. I gotta show that they not harder than me. Not, you know what I mean? not trying to, you know, be competitive, but I am competitive in that aspect. You know what I mean?
Game,
So
yeah.
exactly. So that's why I always, you know, I'm still going at it extra hard.
How does the digital part of production, like, you know, you play a lot of your instruments, you play your keys, and then you see other people might just digitally just go program it in the Fruity Loops or something like that. How do you deal with that? Did you adjust to that at all, or you just like, hey, that's what y'all do, I'm gonna do it my way, or what?
For a minute, I thought I was gonna start trying to get into that, cause I'm like, man, this stuff working. They, you know, they going hard with this.
Right.
But I had to realize Zaytoven has created a sound that's been here over a decade. Like just my sound is bigger than who I am. Like if you listen to the music, just all the new music, it's like, man, that's my music. They remaking my music over and over and over again. So I had to realize if I start doing what they do, then I lose who I am.
And it won't be timeless.
Exactly, then it won't be timeless. So I stuck to my guns, and you know, the way I produce is the way I'm gonna produce, you know, from here on out, is I was trying to reach out to a lot of people that I really didn't, you know, you really don't hear me doing songs with.
Right.
You don't really hear me doing a lot of songs with Trapholizay.
Right.
Even though I did one on his album before, people still don't know me for working with Trapholizay. So I was like, let me put that Trapholizay on the album. I made a beat for him. I sent it to him. He sent it back with the verse and the hook. I'm like, ooh, this dope. Now who else can I put on it that's, you know, unusual that I think is hard? I put Jeremiah. Jeremiah killed it.
Yep.
Now I said, now to make it a Zaytoven record, let me go get somebody that everybody know who I work with. You know what I mean?
Trap A.
Yeah, let me go get my buddy like OJ, not Gucci, but OJ the Juice Man. You know what I mean? Like, dang, you got OJ on here?
Yeah.
You know, and I felt like it was gonna make OJ feel just good. Like, dang, Zay put me on a song with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't put him on no song that ain't talking about nothing. I put him on one of the, you know, the big songs. So, and that's the way I wanted. I wanted the world to look at, you know, one of the songs I put out. So that's how the song came about.
Okay, we're going to play that for y'all right here. The Zaytoven meet and greet. When we come back, y'all going to get y'all a chance to ask y'all questions to Zaytoven. It's going down 96.7 to Be Hood Rich Radio. Moran, let's go.
Oh, yeah, he popping. You know, because, you know, we got so many people that saying, man, I'm the dopest in the world. I got my city on lock. Then you go to their Instagram, they got 13 followers. It's like, well, bro, you can't be doing, you know.
Right.
You said you had your city on smash. What happened?
Only 13 people in the city, bro.
But it could be somebody that I don't even think that's that talented. But I can watch on their IG, they do a show, and you got thousands of people saying all their words, and I'll be like, how in the world is this happening? You know. So I mean, the promotion right now, the only way, you know, you're gonna really promote yourself is get your numbers up and get your stuff, you know, working really. At the time, and but Future was telling me, like, Zay, whatever beats you give me to rap on, whatever beats you choose, these are the beats I'm gonna rap on. A lot of times when you work with artists, they pick the beats, they pick what beats they want to rap on. So it's like, hey, I want to rap on this one, and I can be like, man, that beat ain't really that hard, but that's what they want to rap on, so you gotta give it to them. When you saying I can pick the beats, that made me go into like, okay, you finna rap on whatever beats I tell you to rap on. I'm finna go play the piano. I'm finna make it so even if they say he weak, they gonna be like, that nigga Zay going crazy. Right. So that's the way I looked at that project. I looked at it like that, like, okay, well, I'm finna go shine on this then. And it turned out to be, man, once I finished listening to the whole project, man, that whole project just gave me chills. To this day, there's not a project that I like more. Not just that I did, just period. That's like my favorite body of work.
So will there be a Beastmode 2, or
it's already done? It's already done. In the can already.
It's done.
It's in the can.
It's done. All right.
I got a question real quick. I know you for a long time. E.T., by the way, I don't know if y'all know whatever, but it's cool. So my question is, I've had this, I think I told you this before, I had this Mount Rushmore. Like, if the West Coast is the creative of gangster rap, right? The Mount Rushmore, that's like Eazy-E and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, and then at the second generation is like Snoop and them, right? On the Mount Rushmore of trap music, it's, you know, Gucci, Jeezy, T.I., and then the beat, Zaytoven, right? Outside of trap music, what are some of the artists that you have worked with, and will we hear any more?
Outside of trap music,
Usher.
Usher, that's probably the main guy. You know what I mean? And I think the reason that is because I think I created a sound where a lot of these guys they might be scared to come and rap on the music, or maybe they just don't get it. That's why I was so excited when Jay-Z called. When Jay-Z called me, I'm like, what you mean? He want to do some music with me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why? Why you want to do some music with me? He don't like my. I know he don't like my music.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when I got the phone call, it was like, man, this dude been looking for you. Like, man, he been. You know what I mean? So it gave me the confidence. Like, okay, maybe these guys do get it. They just haven't, you know, got at me. And they was acting like. Now I ain't gonna lie. I was in a meeting with Big John. They was acting like that Zaytoven is like a myth, like you can't even get to him. Like,
you know, for a long time, you can only find Zay in his mama basement.
Yeah, so they was making it like that. It's like, man, it's just a name we hear. It ain't never. It's like a ghost. We hear the name, but we never seen him before.
Right.
So, you know, and I think that's why some of the reason why I never worked with, you know, a lot of the other artists that's not trap. But like I say, my career has been a slow slope going upward. So it's just now where all these other guys are starting to reach out and say, okay, Zay, I want to work with you. I want to, you know, do some music with you. And I wouldn't have it no other way. Because, you know, I didn't last this long without doing that.
Right.
Now when I do that, it's just going to open up, you know, my name and my brand even that much more. It came from the dirt. It came from the mud. And the reason, like even with Migos, when you first heard the Migos, it's Zaytoven. You first heard Dolph, it's Zaytoven song, you know. These are guys that you know, we got it out the mud together, and the reason is, like I just said from the last question, is the other people, the other artists, I felt like they didn't get my music. I could send them beats, but they don't come back and say I like none of the beats. You know what I mean? But now the little joke on the corner, little Quavo and such, to them, my beats is the best beats in the world. So, you know, those relationships, building those relationships with those guys is the reason why I'm still relevant to this day. And I always try to go and rock with these guys before they blow up, so they won't be like, oh, you just trying to work with me because I'm super hot now. Right. It's like, I seen the talent in you before you blow up. Let me help you blow up, so I can be a part of it when you blow up. So.
Okay. Yep. Appreciate it, B-Lex. Anybody else questions?
You telling the future. I already did Bird of Feather 2, and it's just about what you just said it's about. So Bird of Feather 1, it was true up to the point where somebody taking my publishing and all that. Ain't none of that true. I had to do that to make the story, you know, a little bit more interesting. But I know guys that go through things like that, get tied in with guys from the street, and then, you know, they have to deal with that. But that definitely wasn't my story at all, you know, when it come to that. Now, me playing the keyboard at church, me cutting hair at the barbershop, and So Icy being my first big song, that definitely was all true.
Still my favorite.
Hey, that's what's up.
Listen on the record, because
Yeah,
wasn't Ross the hook?
Yeah, Ross is the hook.
Okay.
He was the last person to get on the song.
So you made the hook last?
Yep, made the hook last.
Okay.
I was so in love with the way Gotti had rolled the beat. And I was like, man, this is one of them real, you know, like this a banger to me. So after I kept listening to it, I said, you know what? Let me turn it into a cipher. I wanted to turn it into a cipher. Since Gotti had a long verse, I went to T.I. I was like, T.I., give me like a, you know, just a long verse so I can put it right behind Gotti. So, you know, then I was like, well, let me get somebody that's unexpected, you know, do the last verse, you know, as a cipher. So I had Pusha T on it. So the song was originally Yo Gotti, T.I., and Pusha T just rapping behind each other. You know what I mean? No hook. It was just like a cipher record. I was just going to have it like a cipher song. But it was so hard to me that I'm like, man, hold on, man. This song got to have a hook. Just mess around and be a single or something. So I went to Raw's house, and I was just kicking it with Raw. And I played it for him just through my phone. He took his phone out and started saying, go get the money machine. Like, he just started recording himself to his phone.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's it. I need that right. You know, I need that to be the hook.
Right.
He laid the hook the next day, and that's what it became. That's why, you know, it's a song with a hook now, because you know, what Ross came up with was so dope. So.
Okay, we're going to definitely get into that, man. We appreciate you pulling up, man, doing this for the people. You're going to take some pictures with them, of course.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Hold on 1 second. And, of course, let everybody know the Trapholizay, when it's dropping, where they can get it.
Trapholizay this Friday, May 25th. Please support. Go get a copy. You definitely won't be disappointed. It's a must-have. Everybody in here listen to rap music, right? Okay, then this is a must-have album, okay? Y'all go get that Trapholizay Friday, May 25th.
If you ever love the Zaytoven record, then this Friday is a holiday for you. Trapholizay is going down. Moran, let's get it, man. New music right here from Zaytoven. Then we're going to take some pictures with him.
That boy Zay on the beats.
Maybach music.
Hip hop since 1987.com.